everybody, MBG back again today with another Forge World unboxing, or I guess in this case it's an unbagging, right? Anyways, this is the Knights Lancer Titan. We saw some previews at the Forge World Open and Games Days and all sorts of crazy events that have been happening over in Nottingham and England, and I think it was at the Horse Heresy Weekender as well. So these things have definitely been previewed quite a bit over the past like several months from Forge World, and wow, I got the kit. And honestly, when I got the box, it came in a normal Forge World box because I got something else to get the free shipping and all that. But I've ordered stuff that's cost just as much money. I think it's 170 pounds, and it's come in a bigger bag. Like, this is not a big bag. You can tell by my hand here. I'm average size man, and this is not. I saw it and I was like, oh, did they forget something? So like I immediately opened it up, and no, it's all there. It's just, it's not as impressive as, say, getting a super heavy tank or, you know, a Demi Titan in the mail, but it's a cool kit. It's got a lot of really nice looking parts, super good sculpts, and this is a really good casting from them. Only one piece was slightly damaged on the top armor cowling, and I can live with that. It's a really cool kit, and the way it goes together, and the options and things. And we've already seen some extra parts and kits that are going to come out, some variants, so to speak. I was a little disappointed it only had one head too, but in the overall scheme of things, it's pretty neat. It definitely, if you haven't seen the pictures yet, this thing towers over a normal size Knight Titan. It's about the size of the Dreamforge games Leviathan Crusader, but it's a little bit more, I guess, lanky, for lack of a better term. It's not as beefy looking. So here's the instruction manual. I was really impressed with this shield, that it didn't come all like super like disjointed and messed up, because this thing's, it's not a large piece. You know, those are all cutaways there, so it's very it's not a lot of pewter there, or excuse me, it's not a lot of resin there. So I was a little worried it would come all messed up, but it came intact. It was a very good quality cast, and I'm super excited about that. A lot of different parts. You got your fuselage area here, all your different joints and arm pieces, shoulder armor plates. You got two different tabards. One's a weapon tabard. One is like a groin tabard kind of thing. Then you got the legs, and gets into armor plating, all the pistons, all the individual toes. So you can really do this thing up where it's like stomping on things or walking on things and all sorts of different poses. It's a fully contained kit. There is no plastic inside this, and it's kind of ambitious for them, honestly, in my opinion. And I think they did it right. I think they knocked it out of the park. There's the one head it comes with. Like I said, I would have liked to seen a few heads. The enclosed crew compartment with full dials. You can't really see them on here, but all the detail and everything that went into that was pretty remarkable, and I'm super excited to show you that here in a minute. So here just goes into the basic assembly, nothing new that we haven't seen already. Then you got the legs, the joints, everything's cut and fit with the pistons. Here's the lance weapon itself, which can be modeled retracted or extended. I think it technically for an assault, but I think it doesn't really matter. You know, it's just for how you model it. I don't think it has any gameplay bearing, you know, so to speak. Then here's the legs. Looks like that was the front page, anyways. So you gotta. It's kind of like a normal Titan, like a Warhound or something like that, where you have to cut all the pistons to fit. You've got individual toes, so you can really get super crazy with the posing on this thing. Here's the lance weapon. The arm kind of reminds me of Optimus Prime. The way you can kind of pose it, it just looks really robot-y, and it's cool because you can, I think you can put the thumb on either side, so you can make it right or left-handed. I guess you're supposed to equip it this way, but whatever. The shield piece that goes inside here is a pretty nice, well cast, very detailed, very intricate. There's kind of gives you an idea of the assembly once it's done. And then you get to, oh, well, there's the finished assembly right there. So let's get right into it, because I built this thing up, so I feel like I owe you a looky-see. So here's all the main assembly pieces. Like I said, it is a substantial amount of parts here. Here's the shield. Like I said, I was really excited that didn't come all like messed up or anything. A lot of the leg parts got the different left and right shoulders, which are symmetrical. Then they put some of the tabards in here. Got some of the shoulder joints, some of the shoulder arm plates, more plates, lots of plates. And what I do when I airbrush these, when I put these things together and actually paint them up, you know, we always leave the arm plating off because you don't want to. You want to paint the interior, make it easier on yourself to paint everything there. Oh, you kind of can't quite see everything, but so I'll leave one piece in here. So here's the cockpit, which is pretty. Let's see if we can get in there on that. I know this thing only zooms in so far. There we go. So here's the cockpit piece, kind of like a a little medieval throne kind of thing with all sorts of wires and different things in the back there. And that locks. Oh, here's the arm fist as well, that all the different fingers and thumb assemblies are going to go into. These actually right here are parts to the lance weapon, so you can do it the retracted or extended. Oh, here's the control panel, which you can kind of see it right there. Yeah, there you go. So when you make, here's the top carapace, which is very similar to the plastic one, but it's actually a little bit smaller, and it's not quite. I think it's got a little shorter and a little maybe longer, and it doesn't have all those steps and things like that. So then what happens is this is going to lock in right here to start to form the cockpit right there, and then you're going to put this throne in here, throne cockpit kind of thing they call it, and I can't because the flash is on it, but it's going to lock in right there, and then you put your sides on and things like that, and you're good to go. And then it has also the top hatch as well, which will definitely get painted in the chevron colors. The shoulder pads too are a little bit smaller than the normal plastic one, I guess just because it's it's supposedly a little bit faster and runs around and does things. So this piece here is also very similar to the plastic one, with the rear with the reactor and all that things like that. So that and these are actually the arm socket couplings. And these lock in there to hang down, and so you can pose the different arms. So that's that one, which like you can tell, it's very detailed stuff. They did a really good job. These are the first casts. I mean, I think they might have sold this at the Horse Heresy Weekender. But as far as I can tell, these are the first casts of it. So I'm super stoked that it turned out this well, and it's very good detail as far as I can tell so far. I've had a few bad things from them, but their customer service is always impeccable, and they always either give me a replacement part or two or a brand new kit, which, I mean, hey, I appreciate it. At that point, I start scheming about how I can fix the one I have, or whether it's complete garbage at that point. So here's the rest of the parts, which are going to be the smaller doodads, your normal Night Titan or Night Titan base there. Not the same size as the Flyer base, it's a little bit bigger. So here you got all your toes, here's the actual head itself, some more leg joints. This is the force field piece that goes inside that, the force field right there. That's the shield generator. Here's the little Optimus Prime fingers and thumb, which are pretty cute. This is the weapon piece for the lance. Here's some cables for the back of the legs, and it says in the instruction manual you might have to heat those up depending on how you pose the legs and kind of stretch them out. Here's the joints for the actual feet, and here's the where are the feet pads? Let's see. These are shoulder joints. Here they are right here. So these are going to lock into here, and then you put the little feet right here, and that's probably the front toe. There's your side toes. Those will lock in on top for your pistons and things like that, and make it more super custom to whatever pose you're trying to do if it's running. Here's the top hatch and the heraldry shield, groin plate, one of the pieces to lance, the lance tip itself. So pretty cool stuff. It's not, let's zoom out a little bit so you can kind of see all the pieces. So it's a pretty cool, highly detailed kit. Like I said, it's only 2 bags. It's smaller. You know, I was a little underwhelmed at first when I saw all the things. It kind of got me going again. So just prepare yourself if you order one of these. It's not going to be like a super huge kit, but it's pretty neat, and I really can't wait to get this all trimmed up. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to it here soon, so we might just have to shelve that project for a few weeks. So a little disappointing, but gotta knock out that project while you can. So that's it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video unbagging of the new Forge World Night Lancer kit. Make sure you stay in the trenches, subscribe to this YouTube channel, check out the blog, SpikeyBitsblog.com, and listen to our podcast, ForgeNarrative.com.